What do you have in your house? There's something in your house right now. There's a passage in the Bible that changed my life, my business, and my finances, and it can do the same thing for you. But you really got to listen to this with spiritual ears because I don't think a lot of people get it. So I'm going to read it to you from the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4. And this was about a widow that was deeply in debt, and she needed a miracle, and she came to the prophet. You've probably heard it before, but act like you haven't. And here's how it reads. Now bear with me because I got to look down. Near there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elijah, saying, Thy servant, my husband, is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord. And the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondsmen. And Elijah said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what do you have in your house? Now to me, that question doesn't even make sense. It's like, what do you have in your house? She's deep in debt, about to lose her sons. Her husband was a man that feared God, which is another whole message. And the prophet is asking her, what do you have in your house? Many years ago, I got a revelation concerning this, that God has put something in your house that can bring you out of debt. Something in your house that can catapult you to another level financially. And I found mine. And the title of this video is How I Found $1 Million in my house. From one thing in my house that I had for a long time, didn't even know that I had it, and it wasn't equity, and I didn't take out a HELOC. It was something else. It was vacant space. Now stick with me because I'm going to share something with you that you have in your house that you may not even realize you have. In my case, it was vacant space. It's this room that I'm in right now. This is my $1 million room. And if you've ever heard me tell my story, I was going to put a deck on the back of my home. God spoke to me. I don't know if he speaks to you. He spoke to me, said, don't do that. Take this unfinished basement, turn it into a training place, and train my people there. So what did I have in my house? I had unproductive space. I could have turned it into a theater room. I could have rented it out. But God gave me an inspired idea, and I followed it, and it changed my life. I call this my $1 million room because right now I'm turning another section of it into my podcast studio. But suppose you have a room in your house. Maybe you don't have all the space that I have. It's not about that. The empires of today are starting at kitchen tables, in garages, or in a spare bedroom. And that space that you have, you could set up an internet business in a small little room and make millions of dollars if you learn the skills of how to do that. So it's not the size of the space, it's the use of the space. I've been doing this all my life, taking vacant, unproductive space in my house and turning it into a business. I did it with a computer business. I did it with a jewelry business. Now I got a training business, podcast studio. Heck, I even had a pharmaceutical business. Some of y'all will get that later. It's the art of entrepreneurship. What do you have in your house? For some of you, it might be a book that's buried somewhere in your house. It's got dust on it. But if you open that book, it may just have the answer to your problem right now. It can be an audio series. It could be some of my stuff. If you got any of my Circle of Champions stuff, you got something in your house right now that can set you free. You may have lost money in your house. You may have equity in your house, but there's something in your house right now, your apartment right now. There's something in there that God can use to bring you out of debt, to catapult you to a new level financially. What do you have in your house? So if you like this video, share it with somebody. This is like miracle stuff. This is like revelation. For every one of us, it's going to be different. I talked about audios and all that kind of stuff. Somebody has an instrument in your house. You have a recipe in your house. Come on, somebody. Take the limits off of God and yourself and be creative and find the thing in your house that will set you free. What do you have in your house. That widow woman said, I have nothing in my house but a pot of oil. You know what the prophet said? You know what God says to that? That's enough. That's enough. That's all we need. You got a pot of oil? Here's what you need to go and do. And you should read the rest of that. Read the story and get the revelation and watch how the miracle happened, because she took what she had in her house that didn't look like much at all. And that's what God used to bring her out of there. Love the Bible and love that passage. Go get your miracle. It's in your house. If you like this video, share it with somebody. And be a part of their miracle, just like I want to be a part of your miracle. God bless.